All right, guys, we're just gonna run through this. This is Mayor McJohnson. Hey guys,
good morning and welcome to Small Business Saturday. As you know, this is one of the most important times of the year and one of the most important ways you can support your community. 86% of all the businesses in Denver are small businesses. These are mom and pop shops, second generation businesses. A 28-year-old who went out on a limb and decided she wanted to spend her whole life starting this idea, and they rely on you. And so they also are trying to put food on the table for Thanksgiving or for the holidays. They rely on the support of you.
That was a joke, by the way. Anyways. I just recorded this same kind of spiel about twice already, so I want to be a little bit quicker on it. I'm going to try and do it under 5 minutes. I doubt that's going to happen. So, Flock Safety. If you guys don't know, Flock Safety is a mass surveillance kind of network. It's like Palantir if Palantir had cameras everywhere. You've probably seen them. You have probably seen them. This is what they look like. If it loads. Anyways, and then here's Garrett Langley. So that's Mr. Fuckface himself. Flock Safety. This is what they look like. They're everywhere. And that's not a racial comment. These things are total mass surveillance and invasion of privacy. Here's these two bastards in one go. Disgusting. That guy needs to face the wall. So, yeah, what do we want to talk about with this? Well, back in October, I think it was October 8th or 18th, there was a city hall meeting where gazillions of people showed up, including Louis Rossmann. Denver City Council. So yeah, he showed up to help
many Clippies as possible that want to push back against this.
Anyways, so he showed up to this event in Denver, and there's a lot of people. It was all about Flock. Tim Hoffman, his Mike Johnston's secretary, was there. And there's this guy. I didn't really like this guy, but he's on our side, so I can't really criticize him too much. He's more of a politician than a politician, in my opinion. I think he probably will run for office. But he's the HOA board member for some HOA in Littleton. And then this guy, he clearly did not want to be there. Mike Johnston sent him out because Mike Johnston didn't want to put up with all the flack from everyone. So he was like, hey, buddy, I owe you one. Please show up to the town hall for me. And this guy right here, he was sweating profusely and stuttering, and he looked very angry, Tim Hoffman. I feel bad for you, man, because you have to do the mayor's dirty work. Anyways, so let's get into, where do we want to start? So 401 Media came out with something. So basically, when the town hall was going on, they promised us that these are only license plate readers. They don't do anything else. They don't do facial recognition. They assured us of that. They said these only read license plates, and they can only be used when there's a crime, and they are very secure. Only specific people have access to them. That was a lie. So right here, they were able to get into
regarding anyone who attended this market. Nauseates me, but a search engine has had regarding anyone who attended in California. Flock Safety camera permanently pointed at a playground near the Bay Area in California, openly and publicly broadcasting both live and archived video stuff out loud, validating actually any time, and then just something that to have an approach like scale over hours die on. Behind most of this video, what they name that is, but for me, live area and using this one in the office and Peter Rapp ambulance. They drove roll ahead. I watched multiple cameras.
Oh, no, I lost it, I guess.
Footage as the data is only stored for a very limited time duration on the device following its transmission to the cloud. None of these vulnerabilities affect our cloud.
Worth a watch if you haven't. Here's the link. You can also search this on YouTube. So 404 Media found out that the IP addresses make every camera, or not every camera, but most cameras, publicly accessible from the IP address and port number and the correct URL routing kind of information. And also that they use facial recognition. So what this means is essentially that Flock Safety and Mayor Mike Johnston just lied through their teeth. Maybe they didn't know, but they probably did know, given the fact that, it looks very likely that he was bribed, because why else would he be so passionate about Flock Safety and good old Garrett Langley? So much so that Flock Safety offered free services for half a year for Denver. And instead, Mike Johnston was like, hey, how about we just give you $499,000 for the contract instead? So yeah, that was the new negotiation price, by the way. But all right, so now that we've got the foundation laid down, who is Mayor Mike Johnston's John? It is Courtney Johnston, Chief Deputy. What is it? Chief Deputy DA. She's the Chief Deputy DA in Denver. So basically, these crimes that he's committing, they're too well connected to get prosecuted right now. We need to focus on finding out if there's bribes involved. And there very likely was. This one's another good one. Those might be able to be pursued. But, I mean, pursuing criminal charges towards him is probably not feasible because his wife is Chief Deputy DA. So he is going to get off scot-free. There's no point in pursuing anything. No matter how bad it is, he's just this little fart face. Look at him. Look at the family. Yeah. Oh, man. I want his children to watch him go to jail, and his mom has to be the DA. That would be crazy. Yeah, he honestly looks like a mass shooter, to be honest. Anyways, aside from that, so we've got like the bribery stuff, got the security flaws, blah blah. I do want to show you guys something. So China has something called Skynet. So when I was in Italy, I met some students that were studying Italy from Chongqing, China. Or Chongqing. And one of them was very real about how creepy it was, and the other was saying like, oh, it protects us against people illegally crossing the street, stuff like that. So it's just mass surveillance. Facial recognition, just it tracks everything you do. And currently this is what we're at with Flock Safety. Because Flock Safety clearly lied about the capabilities of the cameras, and now we're at this point where all that needs to happen to have total mass surveillance is some politician saying, hey, we want to watch everyone. Because the infrastructure is already in place now. So there's that. There's since the cameras are open IP, Boko Haram, Hamas, is Al Qaeda still around? ISIS, Taliban, like anyone who doesn't like Americans, they can see your children playing on the play set. Epstein, if Epstein is still alive, he can invite U.S. politicians over to his compound to watch children playing on the playground. So, like, there's all that, and there's the mass surveillance aspect. So it's like, is it really about safety if it's open IP? That's what I want people who are for it to realize. Like, you like it for safety. Here's why it's not safe, because terrorists can plan attacks using it because of the open IP. Just get insurance if you're worried about car theft. If you're worried about car theft, just get insurance. Get comprehensive at the very least. Comprehensive will protect it. It's like $10 a month. It's just ironic that something that was supposed to make people safer, but cameras don't have any impact on safety. Cameras cannot prevent crimes. Let's put that out there. Cameras are a stationary object, and they help with the prosecution of crimes. In this case, it can potentially allow terrorists or pedophiles to gain access to this network around the world, around the country, and plot terror attacks and prey on children or women or political opposition. Let's throw that out there too. Let's say, so everyone's afraid about ICE using these cameras to deport people. What about if a Democrat were to get elected and they said, hey, let's have the ATF scan these cameras for gun owners that haven't turned in their guns, stuff like that. Find out exactly where you are and do all that. There's just with this in particular, there's a gazillion reasons not to, and an invalid reason for it. I think the biggest legitimate reason for it is bribery. That there's no other explanation, in my opinion. I think honestly it was just fully bribery. I'm trying to think what else. I had like another point. I had another point somewhere. But with this, we're one step away from having AI judges and having your bank account linked directly with the government, so that they can just take money whenever. All of this is honestly just too much. We are getting into sociopathy territory right now. This is absolutely crazy. Anyone who thinks that this is okay is crazy. Like this, do not just, like, a lot of you guys are just like, let the dust settle a little bit and stuff. Do not let up. This is absolutely insane. And you're not crazy for thinking that this is the least bit concerning. The fact that some people are okay with it does not make it okay. Like this is complete sociopathy. This entire, I cannot tell you how bad this is. It's not a slippery slope because it will happen. It is a plan. It's definitely a slippery slope. It's not a slippery slope fallacy. That's the thing. Because you give a mouse a cookie and they are going to ask for more. That's exactly what's going to happen here. And for a place like Denver, which used to be fairly moderate and fairly freedom respecting to just hammer down on this. It's just going to show how bad this place is getting. Texas isn't off scot-free either. Texas has it everywhere too. And it's just shocking that there's all of this. And actually, if anyone is curious, Eufy makes an LTE camera. They're currently on sale for like 150, I think. Yeah, $200. You just throw in a SIM card. You can get some cheap SIM cards for like $5 a month that'll work with this. They actually recommend which one to use. AIO Internet of Things Club, pay as you go. You can also get like Google Fi and connect Google Fi to it. But yeah, what you can do with this is just set up outside of Mary Mike Johnston's house. And by the way, I don't know their street address, but I feel like 8628 is a significant number. That's a cool pattern because it's like they're all even numbers: 8, 6, 2, 8. All it's missing is a 4. That's pretty good. But I don't know where they live, but they might need some mass surveillance outside their house, and they're pretty busy, so it's not like they have the time to do surveillance themselves. It might just so happen that they might require someone to set up a camera and do private surveillance for them, free of charge, of course, because they're busy people. And they're doing such great work. So this Eufy camera, if the city can do it, then you can fucking do it. All right. I don't know. Let's see. So as long as you don't have a microphone in their house, I feel like it'd be all right. Hold up. They said we don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy. So which one is it? Yeah, look, you don't need to ask for consent or forgiveness. There you go. DSA or any socialists in Colorado, check this out. Just get that. Easy peasy. Get this in Google Fi or the EIoT club thing. Make sure you ask Mayor Mike Johnston if you can set it up outside his house and where it is. That it offer free services for monitoring for him, home security kind of stuff. And make sure you do not post the link online or the live stream online. That would be frowned upon. Make sure you don't do that. So You know, I'm sure he would appreciate it because he seems to really like mass surveillance. That would, that would probably make him a happier guy if someone did that. But make sure you ask for permission first. So. Anyways, I'm done with this video. I want to play video games. See you guys.